What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley, from A Connection TV here on YouTube and watch actv.com, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I'm here to talk to you about Big Brother episode 20. I took the week off because nothing really happened. Only thing that really happened last week was that Kylan kissed Derek. At least that's the only entertaining thing that happened last week. Other than that, Britney left. And when she got into her interview with Julie, she was saying out loud that the reason why they kept putting her on the block was because she was a threat. What? You can only be a threat if you win something. And the only thing that you won was one veto, and that was to save yourself. You're not a threat. People like you and Derek F and Azah need to stay in the game. Okay? Need to stay in the game so I can win. Okay? I would take Azah all the way to the end. I would take Derek F all the way to the end. I would take Britney all the way to the end. These people suck. They have not and will not win anything. They have not and will not win anything. Neither is Tiffany. Tiffany sucks too. She hasn't won anything. Sarah Beth is the first woman to win something in this particular season of Big Brother. To win an HOH anyway. What? I mean, Whitney made captain and so did Claire. But that wasn't HOH. It was for them to make captain. Wow. There's a lot going on in this Big Brother, man. There's so much going on, and I want to talk about it, so let's get started. I don't think this Big Brother Alliance situation with the Cookout is ever going to happen again. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it's never going to happen again. Because now, everyone who isn't black is well aware of what black people will do, potentially. More than likely. And so this particular alliance is going to go down in history as the one and only black-led alliance that is accomplishing what they're going to accomplish. Because I promise you, from here on out, if there's at least 4 people of color in Big Brother from here on out, they're going to be outed so quickly, so fast, it's going to be ridiculous. One thing that's so interesting, well, it's not even interesting, it's just sad. One thing that's so sad about this is that it has taken us 50,000 seasons to even see something so diverse on this show, to see a cast so diverse on this show. And I believe that one of the reasons why we have not seen a cast so diverse on the show is because of what is happening right now. And the only reason why it's being looked at the way that it's happening right now is because we've never had an opportunity to do anything otherwise. When white people are put on this show, it's just they're teaming up and it's regular. When black people are put on this show, it's a well-known thing that they're only gonna be with black people. It's insane. It's insane, but white people have been doing it since the beginning of Big Brother. It's just not pointed out because there's no reason for them to make it a point to point it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. It's so natural for people of like skin tones or of like thoughts or whatever, the same cloth, Tiffany and Derek, to connect and be together. And black people have never had the opportunity to do that. It's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again. I just want to repeat that Kylan kissed Derek F, and I thought that was so dope. Lucky Derek freaking F. What? Kylan is hot. None of the women are happy. Well, none of the women of color are happy that Sarah Beth has won. Hannah knew that Sarah Beth was coming after her. Tiffany, for whatever reason, multiple reasons I guess, dislikes Sarah Beth. Alyssa doesn't think that Sarah Beth trusts her. And Claire is like, I don't know, I think we're okay. I don't know. But everybody is shitting bricks, including Derek F, at the fact that Sarah Beth is now HOH. And she won it fair and square. She won it fair and square. And Derek X was almost a smidge that close of becoming HOH. But Sarah Beth was 1 second ahead. Wow. Xavier and Derek F are talking in the bathroom. And Derek F is basically saying, like, anybody else could have won except for Sarah Beth. He does not want to be a pawn again. He does not want to be a pawn again. He does not want to be a pawn again. He is so frustrated that he lost And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? You were going to lose. I said this at the very beginning. There's no way that I would have had Derek F on my team because he will not win anything. He will not win anything. It'll be one thing if you were like big or whatever and you were capping every time and you were beasting every time. But there's another thing to be big and be a layup. A complete and utter layup. You've been the pawn twice, and if your social game was anything, you wouldn't have been able to put up, they wouldn't have put you up on a block. You know what I'm saying? Why has Azah not seen the block yet? She's done nothing. She doesn't even talk game 2 in T1. Not that I've seen. So it's like, what? I don't understand why Derek F is even a pawn. I just don't get it. Derek F is like, yo, I do not want to be a pawn. Tell your chick, tell your wife, I do not want to be a pawn. Kylan's like, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. I got this. No, you don't, Kylan. Derek X doesn't feel safe with Sarah Beth because he put Sarah Beth on a block next to Christian. Nobody feels safe with Sarah Beth on HOH's panel. Like, no one feels. The highlight of this show was the discussion. Well, let's come about highlights. But the discussion between Derek F and Tiffany is so, what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Toxic. It's so toxic. Wow. 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 Me and Tiffany would have had a Kylan and Tiffany moment. Straight up. Because when Tiffany felt some sort of way that Kylan and Xavier didn't acknowledge her and didn't say good morning or good afternoon, whatever the hell it was, time it was, and she got all butthurt about it and pulled Kylan into the room and tried to run him down, and Kylan got her together so nicely, Derek F is not capable of doing that. He's not capable of doing that. And to be quite honest, like, I don't understand why he couldn't articulate to her how he felt at the moment, because baby, it's not about you right now. It's about the both of us. And so I'm not leaving this conversation with you thinking that all of this is about you. Like I was in the wrong. I wasn't in the wrong. Because if we are in the freaking cookout, sis, like I said before, yes, we all need to be on the same page here. We all need to be on the same page here. And so for me to have my former teammates back, it's no different than you having Claire's back. And the reason why she's not gone home yet. What are we talking about here? Like, there's no way Tiffany would have been able to sit her behind like this and put her elbows on her knees to perch up. No, sis, it's not happening. It's not happening. And then for him to be like, oh, I think we're cut from the same cloth. I could have told y'all weren't cut from the same cloth. I could have told y'all that. I mean, Tiffany is highly intelligent in this game, and Derek F is floating for social, so like his social game is helping him float. So is Tiffany, because she hasn't won anything either. But Tiffany is smart. The whole allowing the pawns and leading up the 6 to get to all of that was intelligent, and Derek F could not even think that. Derek F leads more with his emotion than Tiffany does, but Tiffany is getting in her emotional bag too with Claire. Like, what the hell? Claire should have been out. If everybody can come up on my TV screens and say, I'm here for the cookout, why are our peons here? Like, y'all have already made history. Get these people out. It is what it is. Christian peeped game already. Christian peeped game a long time ago. And he was the only one that was smart enough to be. You just had Bailey, David, and Devon in a season. Just in the last season, talk about we need to band together, we need to stick together. You mean to tell me it's 6 brown faces in here and I'm going to think that they're not going to band together after Black Lives Matter, after all that? You are out your mind. But you see, the thing is, all these other races are trying to be so PG and so like loving and stuff like that because, you know, how black people got it in America. And so they're not willing to be like, yo, I bet that's an all-black alliance. What you mean? What you mean? But besides that, we are all-black alliance that's trying to stick together. I'm telling you right now, Tiffany and Azah don't like each other. Derek and Tiffany don't like each other, period. Hannah just deals with everybody just to deal with them. But I think it's Hannah and Xavier, really. And Xavier is good with everyone. So at the end of the day, I think Xavier is going to make it all the way to the end. Xavier is making it all the way to the end. And then I would have to say Kylan. Because Kylan is liked by most. First is Xavier. Xavier is liked by everyone. Then it's Kylan. then it's Hannah, then it's Derek F, then it's Tiffany, and then it's Azza. That's how Tiffany is way at the bottom of the totem pole because her mouth is reckless. Her mouth is reckless. And I'm sorry, you're not going to tell me that I owe you an apology just because you feel that I do. You need to understand where my perspective is coming from so that we can come to a common ground. Because if I'm walking in this room just because you feel I need to come at you with an apology, well then I feel that too. And if you can't articulate to me that you understand why I feel that, then there's nothing to say. Tiffany would not have talked to me the way that she talked to Derek F. It just wouldn't have happened. But Derek F is good because we've seen him, and without her being there, get all amped and call her a bum B and all this. But in front of her, he's tailored back because he already knows how this chick is gonna fly off the handle, and he's holding himself. The way she was talking to him, it would have never been me. It ain't no way in hell. I don't give a damn about no cookout, no barbecue. It just wouldn't have been me. Sarah mentions Xavier going on the block. She feels like she doesn't have a problem with that. She says that she's cool with Claire and Tiffany. I really don't see how, but whatever. To be quite honest, I don't even understand why she would want Xavier over Derek X. Derek X was never on her team, so I just don't. I've not seen any interaction with Xavier that would lead Sarah Beth to believe that he doesn't have her best interest at heart, at least next to the cookout or whatever. Sarah talks to people and asks them to use the power if they're able to use the power. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is cool. I understand why you want people to use the power, but everybody's not finna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your first time being HOH. Ain't nobody finna listen to you. Nope. Sarah wants to ultimately backdoor Derek X. I think that is a smart move to do. Derek X is extremely intelligent. Him and Claire seem to finally be putting 1 + 1 together to equal 2 about the cookout. Doy. You know what I'm saying? But Tiffany is like, oh my God, I love Claire. I want to save Claire. But Claire is figuring your game out. The longer you're keeping her in here, she's figuring your game out. And her and Derek X are working together to get y'all out of here. And Derek X finally was the only one to be able to say, like, I would be completely idiotic to think that side of the house is not working together. We've been going through this for so long. And you mean to tell me there's not one alliance left? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But look at the alliance, fool. Look at them. Of course they're working together. Of course. All these people are supposed to be in the show because they love the show. And you mean to tell me y'all can see that? What are we talking about here? They have Tiffany. They kind of play Tiffany with mentioning Xavier or whatever. And Tiffany's like, oh, y'all want X out? Tiffany is a headache, bruh. Tiffany is a headache. Tiffany is a headache. Me and Hannah would be so cool as hell. Like, Hannah is like the coolest chick in that house right now. Azza's a weakling. Tiffany is overly emotional and thinks she can run shit and she can't. Claire, to be honest, I'll be most cool with probably Claire and Hannah. Those would be the chicks that I would be most cool with. And I probably would have been cool with Britney. And if I was in the house, Britney wouldn't have went nowhere. I just feel that in my spirit. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no way Tiffany would have talked to me like that. Who you talking to, ma? Like, what? Alyssa decides to play chopping block roulette. And she's the only one that plays. She gets 19 spins. Derek X ends up with 200 points, which guarantees him to be able to play the game next week. But is he even gonna be here? I don't know. If Sarah Beth gets her way, I don't know if he's gonna be here. No one else played the Russian roulette game, only Alyssa, which meant that she won the power, and she ends up using the power on Derek F because she realized that Derek F next to anybody else is not gonna go anywhere because Derek F is a layup. So she's wasting a potential person in Derek F to leave Derek F on the block. Like, Derek F is like the ultimate pawn. Like, what are we talking about? Anybody next to Derek F is going home. And that's not a good position for Derek F to be in because he just sucks. He sucks. He's not going to be Xavier ever. He's not going to be Kylan ever. He's not gonna be anybody ever. Like what Derek X, forget about it. Like what are we talking about? It's sad. It's so sad. But I would have brought him to the end though. I would have brought him to the end real fast. What are we talking about? Claire and Xavier get on the block and Alyssa feels bad and she cries. Alyssa was not wanting Xavier's name to be pulled and Xavier's name was pulled. But it's okay though, because spoiler alert, Xavier wins Veto. So Xavier is fine. But who does Sarah Beth put up? Does Sarah Beth put up Derek X? I wonder. Does Sarah Beth put up Derek X or someone else? I wonder. They need to get Derek X out the house. They get Derek X out the house, the men got it in the bag. But then again, you know, Sarah Beth did get this. I don't know. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Quick questions. Would Tiffany get an apology from you if you were Derek F? Hell to the no. One's down below if you feel it's a yes. Two's down below if you feel it's a no. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really appreciative of this season, but again, I feel like if I ever were to make it on Big Brother, I'd probably get out. They'll probably want me out so fast because I don't think black people are going to survive another season. It's just not going to happen. You see what happens when we come together, we dominate. No alliance that I know of has ever been able to successfully do this. It's ridiculous. Anyway, deuces. I know. You're not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.